Acrisure Stadium.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here
between the Las Vegas Raiders
and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Jacobs to start the drive, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. It was December 22nd, 1972. So this game, a nice little nod from the schedule makers, no doubt. And the Raiders have gotten a little bit of revenge in recent years. They've won 4 out of 5 and have a 17-13 all-time advantage in the series. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say,
and this is caught. Touchdown. Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Raiders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 26. And the slot man goes in motion left. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Pickett back to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw hauled in by Washington. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Steelers at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind.
And now the rookie's free. And end
into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. The ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that's complete to Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Hey, John. 21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead
to about the 35, second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he's got it to about the 40.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Pickett.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. In motion left goes a tight end.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Washington's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more amped.
And they intercept Garoppolo for the third time.
Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Harris going to get it again on second down. 64 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. The big fella. The 30. 10, 5, and with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed, indeed.
Now the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And the Raiders have got him.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, now Garoppolo. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long.
It's caught by Hooper.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. And his kick is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12,
Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Completes this one to Pickens. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
From the 36, Pickett. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Now Pickett on 4th down. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. He will have the conversion and more than that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. And this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Garoppolo now.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Adams, the man in motion left. Garoppolo again. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down.
And the terrible towel is in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Off-play action. Pickett.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the give, this is Harris. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They hand this off to Harris. And some room to work.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Pickett sets up play action.
And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this last time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He stiff-arms it, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
I got you.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about set.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Harris. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
98 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They run again with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run with Harris. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the ground, it's Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They run for it with Harris, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall under 500 now as they drop.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the